The animated film The Wild Robot, wow. This one was amazing. It drew so many emotions from me. And certainly it's a movie that is appropriate for the entire family as well. I knew I was expecting a good adventure going into this, but I had no idea this would end up being one of the best movies of the year. What I really love about this film is just how amazing the story is. Roz looking after this orphan goose, teaching him to fly. It leads to a lot of heartfelt moments all throughout this runtime that I truly believe that families are going to get invested with all of these characters just because they are so compelling to watch. And there is a little bit of dark comedy, but at the same time, it's not to a point where it's inappropriate for little children. Kids will love this, but adults will be able to appreciate even more considering the themes that are presented in the story. I have to say that this film was beautifully made in so many ways. The animation looks great. I really did like all of the colors. And even that third act, man, it was something awesome. I even teared up in a couple of scenes because the story is just so powerful. Roz is an interesting character. She's on this uninhibited island, but then when she comes across this goose, she makes it her mission to protect them at all costs. Teaching him how to fly, it definitely leads into some very important moments. Speaking of which, I thought that Bright Bill, a character that had a lot of heart, and the relationship between those two characters actually propelled the narrative in an amazing direction. By the way, I thought that Lupita Nyong'o, she did a great job voicing the character. Same with Kit Connor for Bright Bill. And then there's also Fink. You know, I didn't even know that was Pedro Pascal voicing the character. I was like, wow, doesn't even sound like him. That's why voice animation is so great because it allows actors to change their voice in different and unique ways. I actually care for a lot of characters here, and I'm guessing there's something powerful about all of the messages that this movie had, such as giving back to the community, coexisting together. That's something that speaks volumes to a lot of us today. This movie had exceeded my expectations because I knew that Chris Sanders had worked on Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon, two great animation films in their own right. But I just didn't know that this movie would be just so fantastic. And this is now one of my favorite animated movies of the year, right up there with Inside Out 2, just for not just how great the story is, but just how compelling a lot of this movie was. Overall, when it comes down to it, I would highly recommend you go out to cinema to see this. Because not only is it worth the time, but it's also so entertaining from beginning to end. I'm giving this film a 9 out of 10. DreamWorks Animation, thank you, because you create another classic. You know, this is a touching story of three individuals that shouldn't coexist, but they do. Not only that, but this is funny as well. I definitely had a good time with the comedy. And I'm going to say this right now, I think this has a great chance of winning Best Animated Feature at the Oscars next year. Simply put, an animated film that is ambitious, that is awe-inspiring, and it also have you going through so many emotions as well. And that is my review of The Wild Robot. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.